The rain hammered the roof of the old family farmhouse like gunfire, but inside the crowded living room of the Harlan family reunion in rural Ohio, the real storm was brewing among the cousins. Jake Harlan slammed his beer bottle down on the coffee table, his face twisted in that familiar sneer as he eyed his quieter kin across the room. "Come on, Alex, you gonna sit there all night like a damn statue? Or are you too busy dreaming about your little fairy tales to join the men?" Alex Harlan didn't flinch. He never did anymore. At 28, with his slim frame curled into the worn armchair by the fireplace, he looked every bit the fragile outlier in this pack of broad-shouldered Harlan boys, cousins who'd grown up wrestling in the mud, hunting deer at dawn, and chasing girls at county fairs. Jake, the loudest at 32, with his trucker build and faded tattoo of an eagle on his bicep, had always led the charge. Tonight, with whiskey loosening tongues and old grudges resurfacing, the mockery hit harder than usual. "Weak?" Jake spat, the word landing like a slap. "Always been the weak link, cuz. Remember that time in high school? You cried when we made you watch the pig slaughter. Pathetic." The room erupted in chuckles from the others. Tommy, the youngest at 25, nursing a grudge from their shared childhood. Becca, Jake's sister, who rolled her eyes but didn't intervene. And even Uncle Ray, half drunk in the corner, muttering about toughening up the boy. Alex's fingers tightened around his glass of soda, the fizz long gone flat. He could feel the heat rising in his cheeks, not from shame this time, but from a buried fury he'd learned to chain down years ago. Outside, thunder cracked, shaking the windows, as if the sky itself was warning them to stop. But they didn't. They never did. It had been 10 years since Alex came out to the family, a halting confession over Thanksgiving turkey that turned the holiday into a battlefield. His parents, God rest their souls, lost in a car wreck 3 years back, had stood by him, but the extended Harlans? They'd circled the wagons around discomfort, whispering about phases and city influences after he moved to Chicago for college. Now, back in Milford for Mom's memorial marker dedication, the old wounds festered. Jake leaned forward, his breath sour with cores. "Bet you're still scared of your own shadow, huh? No wife, no kids, just whatever it is you do up there in that big city. Writing poems or some shit." Alex met his gaze, those green eyes steady as lake ice. "Something like that," he said softly, his voice cutting through the din like a knife through butter. The room quieted for a beat, the fire popping in the grate. Becca shifted uncomfortably on the couch, her fingers twisting the hem of her sweater. She was the only one who'd texted him lately, tentative olive branches about "missing you, bro." But even she couldn't bridge the chasm tonight. As the laughter died, Tommy piped up, his voice slurred from too many shots. "Hey, remember when we dared you to fight that bully in 8th grade? You ran home to mommy instead. More Snickers." Alex's mind flashed to that day, the gravel lot behind the school, fists flying, blood on the dirt. But not his blood. He swallowed the truth like bitter medicine. These cousins, these blood kin who'd shared birthdays and secrets, saw only the surface. The soft-spoken artist who'd traded flannel for fitted shirts, the one who flinched at loud noises and preferred books to beers. They didn't see the scars, the ones that ran deeper than skin. The evening dragged on. Plates of pot roast cleared away, stories turning maudlin under the influence. Uncle Ray pulled out faded photos from the mantel, the family album a time capsule of happier fractures. There was little Alex at 5, gap-toothed grin beside Jake's cocky smirk. Teens at the lake, sunburned and invincible. "Look at us," Ray slurred, jabbing a finger at the page. "Real Harlans. Tough as nails." His eyes lingered on Alex, a flicker of pity, or was it regret, before sliding away. Alex excused himself early, slipping out to the porch where the rain had eased to a drizzle. The air smelled of wet earth and distant bonfires, the kind his dad used to build on summer nights. He leaned against the railing, staring into the black fields that stretched to the horizon. Chicago felt a world away. Its bustling streets, the quiet apartment where he sketched late into the night, the man who'd cracked his armor open 2 years ago. Elias. God, what would Elias say to this circus? "You're stronger than they know," he'd murmur, tracing the faded marks on Alex's ribs with gentle fingers. But Elias wasn't here. Not yet. Footsteps creaked behind him. Becca. She hovered in the doorway, arms crossed against the chill. They're assholes, Alex. You know that, right? Jake lost his job again, taking it out on everyone. Her voice was low, conspiratorial, the sister he'd always wished for. He nodded, not turning. It's fine, Bex. Water under the bridge. A lie, but an easy one. She stepped closer, the porch light casting long shadows. It's not. I see how they look at you. Like you're broken. But you're not. You've got this whole life now. That gallery show you mentioned? Sounds badass. A ghost of a smile tugged at his lips. The show, his first solo exhibit, abstract pieces born from nightmares and healing. Yeah, opens next month. He paused, the words heavy on his tongue. But coming back here, it's like stepping into quicksand. Pulls you under. Becca sighed, leaning beside him. Family's messy. Always has been. Remember when Dad caught Jake stealing from the till at the store? We covered for him. Blood's thicker, even when it's poisoned. She bumped his shoulder lightly. Stay through the weekend? For Mom's thing. And maybe, stick around after. Show him. He glanced at her, seeing the plea in her eyes, the bridge she wanted to build. Maybe. The door banged open then, Jake stumbling out with a fresh beer. Hiding again, fairy boy? His laugh was hollow, eyes glassy. Becca stiffened. Knock it off, Jake. But Jake waved her away, focusing on Alex. Nah, let him run. Always does. He took a swig, swaying slightly. Tell you what, cuz. Tomorrow, the old quarry. Us guys like old times. Bet you still can't climb the face without crying. Alex's stomach twisted. The quarry, site of boyhood dares, where they'd scaled sheer rock walls slick with moss, hearts pounding with adrenaline. Last time he'd gone, at 17, it hadn't ended in tears. It had ended in blood. His blood. Pass, he said evenly. Jake's face darkened. Figures. Weak. He spat into the mud and stomped back inside, leaving the door ajar. Becca squeezed Alex's arm. Ignore him. Get some sleep. She followed her brother in, the house swallowing her. Alone again, Alex pulled out his phone, thumbing to Elias's last message. Miss you in the wind. Call when you're through the storm. He typed back. Storm's just starting. Love you. Sent. The screen glowed in the dark, a lifeline. But as thunder rumbled low, he wondered if this trip home would drown him after all. Morning broke gray and sodden over Milford, the kind of Ohio autumn that clung like regret. Alex woke to the smell of bacon frying, voices drifting up from the kitchen, his aunt's shrill laugh, cousins trading barbs. He dressed quickly in jeans and a hoodie, avoiding the mirror. No need to see the shadows under his eyes, the ones that spoke of restless dreams. Fists in the dark, screams echoing off quarry stone. Downstairs, the table groaned under platters of eggs and sausage, coffee steaming in mugs. Jake held court at the head, regaling Tommy with tales of his latest road haul. Drove through a blizzard in Wyoming. Man, balls of steel. Tommy hooted, slapping the table. Becca shot Alex a sympathetic glance from across the room, where she buttered toast for Uncle Ray. Morning, sunshine. Jake called as Alex poured coffee. Sleep okay? No bad dreams about glitter and rainbows. Snickers rippled. Alex slid into a chair, forcing a neutral smile. Slept fine. He loaded his plate, the food turning to ash in his mouth under their scrutiny. Conversation flowed around him like a river he couldn't ford. Hunting seasons, football bets, Aunt Linda's new grandbaby. Then Jake leaned in, voice dropping to that mock conspiratorial tone. So, Alex, spill. What's the deal with this boyfriend of yours? Elias, right? He got a truck? Or does he drive one of those electric pansy cars? The table stilled. Tommy's fork hovered midair. Becca's eyes widened. Alex set his mug down carefully, the ceramic clinking like a warning bell. He's a teacher. History. Drives a Subaru. Simple facts, armored against intrusion. Jake barked a laugh. Subaru. Figures. Bet he knits sweaters in his spare time. More laughter, edged now. Uncle Ray cleared his throat. Leave the boy be, Jake. But his tone lacked conviction. Alex pushed back from the table, appetite gone. Gonna check the memorial site. See you later. He grabbed his jacket, escaping to the truck his dad had left him, a battered Ford that still smelled of pipe tobacco. The cemetery lay a mile out, tucked among cornfields gone gold with decay. He parked on the gravel path, boots crunching as he walked to the fresh granite marker. Eleanor Harlan, beloved mother, sister, friend. 1960 to 2023, flowers wilted in the chill wind, petals scattering like confetti from a funeral no one wanted. Alex knelt, tracing her name. Hey, Mom. It's a mess down there. His voice cracked, the first real fissure. They still don't get it. Me. She'd been his anchor, the one who'd held him after the quarry, stitching wounds and whispering. Strength isn't fists, baby. It's surviving. Now, without her, the family felt like a noose. He sat there until numbness set in, the sky spitting mist. Back at the house, the cousins had rallied for the quarry jaunt. Jake's truck idled in the drive, Tommy's shotgun, Becca waving half-heartedly from the porch. You coming? Jake yelled through the window. Alex hesitated, keys in hand. Part of him, the boy who'd once craved their approval, yearned to prove something. The man he'd become knew better. But Becca's earlier words echoed. Show him. Fine, he muttered, climbing into the bed of the truck with a cooler of beers. The engine roared, and they bounced down the rutted road, fields blurring past. The quarry loomed like a scar on the earth, sheer cliffs dropping to a turquoise pool fed by underground springs. Vines clung to the rock, graffiti from decades of dares faded but legible. Harlan rules. 05. They piled out, Jake cracking beers like it was a ritual. All right, weakling. You first. Summit or swim. Tommy hooped, stripping to shorts. Becca hung back, arms crossed. This is stupid, she muttered to Alex. You don't have to. But he did. For the ghost of the boy who'd run, for the woman buried in the ground. He toed off his boots, the gravel biting cold. Watch me. The climb started easy, handholds worn smooth by generations, muscles warming to the pull. Jake catcalled from below. Faster, princess. Don't slip. Alex ignored him, breath steady, finding rhythm in the rock. 20 feet up, the face steepened, moss slick under palms. His fingers cramped, a flash of memory. That night at 17, not a dare, but an ambush. 3 shadows from the rival town, words slurring hate, freak, queer, fists, boots, the world spinning into black. He slipped. Just an inch, boot scraping loose stone. Heart slamming. He caught the ledge, dangling for a breath that tasted of fear. Below, Jake's voice sharpened. Told you. Get down before you break your neck. Alex hauled up, inch by agonizing inch, sweat stinging eyes. Becca's shout carried. You've got this. At the top, lungs burning, he crested the rim, collapsing onto flat stone. The view stretched endless, Ohio's heartland, raw and unyielding. He laughed, a raw sound swallowed by wind. Descending was hell, knees jelly, but he made it. The group stared as he hit bottom, mud-streaked and whole. Tommy clapped his back. Damn, cuz. Not bad. Jake's grin was tight. Luck. Becca hugged him quick. Knew you could. But as they cracked beers by the pool, the undercurrent lingered. Alex swam to wash the grime, water shockingly cold, buoying him like absolution. Surfacing, he caught Jake watching, not with scorn, but something unreadable. Curiosity? The first crack in the wall. That night, around the bonfire in the backyard, stories flowed freer. Uncle Ray spun yarns of their granddad's mill days, hands scarred from machinery. Tommy confessed a divorce scare, voice small. Becca shared her stalled nursing dreams, eyes on the flames. Jake was quieter, poking embers with a stick. Alex waited, the fire's heat mirroring the one building inside. When Jake tossed him a beer, earned it today, he caught it, foam spilling. Thanks. Silence stretched, then Jake muttered, Didn't think you had it in you. Got more than you know, Alex replied, low enough for only them. Jake's eyes narrowed, but he didn't push. Not yet. As embers died, Alex retreated to his room, phone buzzing. Elias, sounds intense. Proud of you for breathing the same air. Alex smiled, typing, one step. Miss your voice. Call connected, Elias's timbre bomb. Tell me everything. He did. Omissions for now, the quarry's echo still too fresh. Elias listened, then, they're blind, love. But blindness can lift. Hanging up, Alex stared at the ceiling, the house creaking like old bones. Sleep came fitful, dreams of cliffs and confessions. Day 3 dawned brighter, sun-piercing clouds. The memorial service was set for noon at the community church, a squat brick building with a steeple that leaned like it carried too many sorrows. Family gathered in the parking lot, suits rumpled, dresses starched. Alex stood apart, tie loose, scanning faces. Strangers mostly, aunts he'd outgrown, cousins from Cleveland branches. Jake clapped his shoulder, surprising. Looking sharp, Alex. Inside, the pews filled with murmurs, organ wheezing hymns. Pastor Ellis droned on about Eleanor's unwavering faith, but Alex heard her laugh in the pauses, saw her winking from the kitchen. At the podium, he spoke, brief, voice steady. She taught us love isn't loud. It's the quiet choice to stay. Eyes on him. Becca's teary, Tommy's averted, Jake's piercing. After, at the graveside, dirt pattering on the casket like final applause. Uncle Ray gripped Alex's hand. She'd be proud. Words hollow, but intent real. As they dispersed, Jake lingered. That speech hit home, gruff, gone quick. The wake back at the house turned raucous. Casseroles devoured, liquor uncorked. Alex nursed a whiskey, cornered by Becca. Jake's off. Asked about your art yesterday. Said it sounded kinda cool. Her eyebrow arched. Progress, Alex quipped. But doubt not. Was it? Evening brought rain again, lashing windows as thunder rolled. The power flickered, plunging the house into candlelit gloom. Stories turned to ghosts, mill spirits, quarry whispers. Tommy jumped at shadows. Jake scoffed. Then, truth or dare, Jake's idea, circle tight around the coffee table. Truth. Alex chose when his turn came, flames dancing in Jake's eyes. What's the real reason you left Milford? Not just college. Fury sparked. And you chase ghosts, Jake. Lost jobs, lost wife. Who's running? Silence crashed. Jake's face purpled, fist clenching. Becca gasped. Tommy muttered, whoa. Uncle Ray slurred, boys. Jake lunged, but Alex didn't budge. Hit me. See what happens. Eyes locked, storm raging outside, mirroring inside. Jake deflated, slumping back. Fuck you, Alex. But the fight bled out. Later, alone on the porch, rain sheeting, Jake appeared, beer in hand, offered. Truce. Alex took it. They sat, words tumbling. Jake's divorce, the bottle, the fear of becoming dad. Hard man, harder heart. I see you now. Stronger than me. Alex nodded, throat tight. We all break, Jake. Question is, rebuild how? Dawn neared, rain easing. First bridge built, fragile but standing. The drive to Cleveland the next morning felt like shedding skin. Alex's truck hummed along I-71, fields giving way to suburbs, the Harlan farmhouse shrinking in the rearview. Becca's text buzzed, proud of you. Jake says sorry, in his way. A photo attached, the cousins by the fire, arms slung loose. He smiled, forwarding to Elias. Heading your way? Elias's reply, airport in 2 hours. Chicago bound. Alex's foot eased off the gas. Detour time. Cleveland's sprawl welcomed him with traffic snarls and lakefront grit. He met Elias at a dive bar near the Rock Hall, the air thick with fry grease and jukebox blues. Elias waited at a corner booth, dark curls tousled, wire rims perched on his nose, that lopsided grin blooming as Alex slid in. 30, with a teacher's patience and a poet's fire, Elias ordered wings and IPAs. Spill the tea, Harlan. Over greasy fingers, Alex unloaded. The mocks, the climb, the bonfire confession. Elias listened, nodding, his hand warm on Alex's knee under the table. Sounds like a breakthrough. Messy but real. His thumb traced circles, grounding. And you? Holding. Barely. Alex leaned in, foreheads touching. Missed this. The kiss was soft, bar noise fading. No grand gestures, just them, solid amid chaos. They crashed at Elias's sister's place that night, a cozy bungalow in Shaker Heights. Her kids mobbed Alex with hugs, oblivious to labels. Dinner chatter flowed easy, school dramas, art critiques. Elias's sister, Miah, squeezed Alex's hand. Heard about the show? Can't wait. Her eyes twinkled. Elias brags. Bed later, tangled sheets. Elias whispered stories of his own past. Growing up queer in Philly tenements. Fist from neighbors. Books as escape. We survive by stories, he said. Alex traced the scar on Elias's jaw, a bar fight remnant. Ours intersect now. Morning coffee on the porch, steam rising, Elias broached it. Chicago's calling. But Milford, you going back? Alex sipped, bitter truth. For the holidays. Mom's tradition, tree at the farm. Elias nodded, no push. Then we make new ones. The drive to O'Hare was quiet, hands laced over the console. At security, Hug lingered. Love you, Elias murmured. Through storms. Alex watched his gate recede, heart full. Back in Chicago, the city pulsed like a heartbeat. Alex's Wicker Park apartment overlooked the L tracks, trains rattling past like urgent whispers. Sketchpads piled high, canvases leaned against walls, swirls of blue and black, emotions in pigment. The gallery emailed, exhibit confirmed, press packet attached. He dove in, days blurring into nights. But Milford tugged. Jake's call came midweek, voice gruff. Hey, Becca's birthday next month. You in? Pause. Bring your guy if you want. Alex's pen stilled. Yeah, we'll come. Elias arrived for the weekend, suitcase light. They wandered Lincoln Park, leaves crunching underfoot, hot cider steaming. Nervous? Elias asked, arm around waist. Terrified, Alex admitted. But ready. That night, over takeout Thai, they planned. The do's, don'ts, the quiet strength. November crept in, chill deepening. The train to Ohio clattered, Elias beside, book open but eyes on Alex. Milford Station, Becca waving, sign scrawled welcome home, bitches. Hugs, laughter. Jake hung back, nod to Elias. Good to meet ya. Becca's bash was low-key, farmhouse strung with lights, keg in the barn. Cousins milled, music-thumping country remixes. Tommy cornered Elias. So, history teacher? Bet you got stories. Elias spun yarns of ancient battles, drawing laughs. Alex watched, chest light. Jake pulled him aside, beers clinking. He's solid. You did good. Grin crooked. Sorry again. 4. Everything. Alex clapped his back. Water under. Dancing later, Elias led, clumsy two-step, giggles. Becca joined, trio swaying. Family, she yelled over bass. It fit, tentative. But twists waited. Dawn after, hangover haze, Uncle Ray's call. Jake's in trouble. Bar fight. Cops. Alex's gut dropped. Elias drove, hand steady. The station. Jake bruised, defiant. Dumbass called me out. On you. Words hung. Alex, my fight too. Bail posted, drive home silent. At the farm, Jake cracked. They said you're weak. Makes me weak. Bullshit. Tears tracked dirt. Elias, strengths, choosing better. Healing began there, raw? Holidays loomed, tree-cutting tradition. Axe swung, wood chopping, laughter amid sap. Elias swung beside Jake, rivalry melting to respect. Christmas Eve, fire roaring, gifts wrapped crude. Alex's to Jake, sketch of the quarry, brothers on cliff. See us. Jake's hug fierce. Thanks, man. Snow fell soft, world hushed. Elias whispered, your past? It's power. Alex nodded, future bright. Yet shadows lingered. New Year's, party at Becca's, old rival appeared. Mark from the quarry night, face scarred time. Eyes on Alex, recognition, regret? Heard you made it. Gruff. Good. Collision brewed. Mark cornered Jake later. Whispers, accusations. Your cousin's poison. Jake shoved back. He's family. Brawl spilled outside, snow churned mud. Alex pulled Jake off, Elias Mark. Bloodied knuckles, truths spilled. Mark, that night. I was scared too. Hated myself. Apology hung, accepted wary. Winter thawed slow. Spring brought Alex's show, Chicago buzz, Harlan's en masse. Jake flew in, suit ill fit. Proud. He muttered, gallery walls alive with Alex's soul. Elias's proposal came summer, lakeside picnic. Ring simple, band engraved survivors. Yes, tear-streaked. Wedding fall, Milford Church, Pastor Ellis beaming, pews full. Jake best man. To weak links that hold strongest. Vows exchanged, rings slipped, kiss sealed. Years spun, kids adopted, 2 boys with Elias's curls. Farm weekends, quarry climbs gentle. Jake sobered, Tommy mentored. Becca aunt fierce. Past stunned, but love endured. Harlan's, remade. Wait, no, that's too neat. Rewind. The real twist? Deeper. Backtrack to that New Year's. Mark's whisper wasn't end. Letters came. Anonymous. Poison. Know your cousin's secret. Blood on his hands. Jake burned them, but doubt seeded. Alex sensed shift. Jake distant. Eyes averted. What's up? Pressed. Nothing. Lie. Elias noticed too. Talk to him. Alex did. Barn loft. Hay scented. Jake cracked. These notes. Say you. Caused the wreck. Mom and dad. Horror gut punched. What? No. Flash. That night. Argument with parents. Coming out raw. Road slick. Crash after he left. Guilt, yes. But cause? No. Jake. Prove it. Pain-laced. Investigation. Old reports. Witness statements. Truth. Drunk driver. Not Alex. Letters from Mark's brother. Grudge eternal. Confrontation. Mark's kin at door. Gun rusted. Elias talked down. Calm voice history's weight. Hate ends here. Cops came arrests. Jake, sorry. Again. Forgiveness. Forged fire. Bonds iron now. Exhibit night. Walls bore it all. Rec abstracts. Love and lines. Jake bought first piece. For the den. Elias. Your past stuns. Strength does. Life unfolded. Adoptions. Laughs. Storms weathered. Harlan's whole. Summer heat baked Milford. Air thick as molasses. But inside the Harlan barn, the annual barbecue thrummed with life. Smoke curled from the grill where Uncle Ray flipped burgers, his apron stained with glory. Laughter bounced off rafters, kids, Tommy's too, and the cousins' collective chaos, chasing fireflies early. Alex manned the cooler, passing drinks, Elias at his side slicing watermelons with surgical precision. It was the first full gathering since the wedding, 6 months back, and the air hummed different, charged with tentative peace. Jake sidled up, plate piled high, mustard smear on his cheek. Good turnout, he grunted, forking coleslaw. His eyes flicked to Elias, a nod. Kids like you teach. That pirate story at Christmas? Goal. Elias grinned, wiping juice from his hands. Matey. Any time. The ease between them, hard won, warmed Alex more than the sun. Jake had shown up to the wedding rehearsal drunk but determined, vowing in the groom's tent, won't fuck this up for you. He hadn't. Becca corralled the group for games, cornhole boards thwacking. Tommy tossed wild, beer-fueled, missing every time. Rigged, he yelled to cheers. Alex partnered with Elias, their throws synced like breaths. Win after win, high-fives lingering. Jake watched from the sidelines, a half-smile cracking his beard. Progress. As dusk painted the sky bruise purple, stories circled the fire pit. Uncle Ray spun the old mill tale again, embellishing with ghosts this time. Tommy confessed job woes, layoff at the plant, resume purgatory. Feels like sinking, he admitted, voice low. Becca hugged him fierce. We'll float you. Alex's turn came gentle. Galleries expanding. Solo show in New York next year. Murmurs of awe. Jake raised his bottle. To the artist. Kicking ass. But under the glow, ripples stirred. A newcomer. Sarah, Jake's on-again girlfriend, perched on his knee, her laugh sharp as glass. She'd been at the wedding, polite but probing. So, how'd you two meet? Online. Now. Whispers to Jake, eyes on Alex. Judgment veiled. Elias caught it, hand tightening on Alex's. Ignore. Night deepened, stars pricking black. Couples drifted, tents pitched for overnighters. Alex and Elias slipped to the loft, hayloft creaking underweight. Moonlight slanted through slats, silvering skin. Beautiful chaos, Elias murmured, lips brushing temple. Alex turned, kiss deepening, slow, anchoring. My chaos. Ours. Sleep came easy, dreams light. Morning fogged the fields, coffee brewing strong. Jake found them at breakfast, face thunderous. Sarah's gone. Took off at dawn. Said this. Gesture encompassing all. Too queer for her. Silence heavy. Tommy winced. Becca, her loss. Jake shrugged, but eyes betrayed hurt. Yeah, maybe. Alex stood, clapping shoulder. Stay? Talk. Jake did, words spilling, Sarah's barbs, doubts reignited by old letters echo. She said you're changing us. Making weak. Elias interjected soft. Or making whole. Jake met his gaze, not slow. Yeah. The day shifted. Impromptu road trip to the lake. trucks loaded with coolers. Water-lapped sandy shores, kids splashing. Jake swam laps, fury-channeled. Alex and Elias waited, toes curling in muck. "He's trying," Alex said. "Elias, we all are." Cannonball from Tommy drenched them, laughter erupting. Back home, Jake's resolve hardened. Therapy sign-up, AA meetings. "For me," he told Alex over engine grease in the garage. "But, thanks for not quitting." Fall crispened, leaves torching trees. New York loomed, exhibit, nerves jangling. Elias packed with him, suits pressed. "You'll stun them." Train to Penn Station, city assault. Horns, steam, endless up. Gallery night, Soho loft, walls alive with Alex's visions. Ohio scars in oil, loves geometry. Patrons swirled, champagne flutes clinking. Jake FaceTimed from Milford, looking sharp. "Kick-ass. Becca, wish we were there." A collector approached, eyes keen on the quarry piece. "Raw power. What's the story?" Alex paused, truth half spilled. "Family. Breaking. Building. Deal closed, buzz electric." Elias in corner, pride radiant. Hotel after, skyline glittering. They celebrated. Room service, slow dances to radio jazz. "To us," Elias toasted. Alex, always. Return brought harvest. Pumpkin patches with the boys, adopted last spring, 4 and 6, curls wild like Elias's. Milford welcomed. Jake uncle in training, roughhousing gentle. "Gonna teach trucks," he vowed. But winter whispered threats. Holiday card from Mark's brother, not over. Jake intercepted, burned it. Old noise. Christmas snow blanketed, tree aglow. Gifts, Alex's to family, custom portraits, souls captured. Jake's reaction, throat bob. Spot on. New Year's Eve, countdown ticking. Fireworks burst, but inside, Tommy's news. Cancer scare, biopsy pending. Room stilled. Hugs chained, tears free. "Fight it," Jake growled. "Alex, wear your ring." Vigil days, hospital waits. Benign, relief crashing. Second chance, Tommy breathed. Spring bloomed defiant. Boys first baseball, Elias coaching, Alex cheering. Jake in stands, Sarah a memory. Twist struck summer, gallery offer. LA residency, year-long. Elias, go. "I'll hold." Alex wavered. Milford pulled, family mending. Decision, decline. Roots here. Elias understood. Hours. Years layered. Boys grew, teens sassy. Jake married Lena, quiet woman with steel. Becca's clinic opened, nurse dreams realized. Past truth? Stunned, yes. But presence love? Unbreakable. No, deeper cut. Flash to that LA choice. Acceptance letter came, but so did Jake's crisis. Relapse, bar brawl, arrest. Alex flew back, bailed him. Confront loft. Why hide? Jake didn't want to drag. You don't drag. You lift. Therapy tandem, brothers now. Residency deferred, Alex stayed. Exhibit in Milford, community center, locals stunned. Our boy, Ray beamed. Elias, your strength. Family, forged. The boys' laughter echoed through the house like wind chimes in a gale, a sound Alex had chased in dreams but never quite believed in. At 8 and 10 now, they barreled down the stairs, backpacks slung, demanding pancakes before school. Elias flipped them golden at the stove, apron dusted flour, while Alex poured juice, dodging knees. Slow down, tornadoes, he chuckled, ruffling Theo's curls, Elias's mini-me, and steadying Jamie's glasses, the thoughtful one with Alex's green eyes. Chicago mornings rushed, drop-offs, commutes. Elias to high school history halls, Alex to studio downtown, canvases waiting. Their brownstone in Logan Square breathed art, walls eclectic, books stacked precarious. Marriage 3 years, it fit like a favorite coat, worn but warm. Phone buzzed mid-sketch, Jake. Hey, need a favor. Voice tight. Alex's brush paused. Shoot. Wedding next month. Lena's pushing for speeches. You up? Pause. And, Elias. Best man shit. Alex grinned. Honor. We'll be there. Click off. Elias peeked in. Milford bound. Always. Kiss quick. Coffee shared. Weeks blurred. Exhibit deadlines. Parent-teacher nights. Boys' school play. Pirates. Elias's influence. Drew cheers. Jake's texts sporadic. Venue booked. Don't fuck up the toast. Train to Ohio, boys glued windows, excitement bubbling. Milford Station, Lena's hug enveloping, Jake's clap solid. About time, city slickers. Farm spruced, banners strung, kegs hidden. Rehearsal dinner, backyard long tables, lanterns glow. Tommy toasted awkward, Becca teared up. Uncle Ray rambled, stories looping. Alex's speech draft burned pocket, truths wrapped gentle. Night before, barn loft. Boys asleep below, Jake cornered him. Nervous. Beer passed. About. Alex sipped. Me. This. Jake gestured vague. Sober 2 years. But. Dreams. Old shit. Alex nodded. We all have M. Corey flash, his own haunt. Talk to Elias? Jake snorted. Therapist, yeah? But you. Get it. Dawn wedding. Church packed. Lena radiant in lace. Vows simple. Through storms. Jake's voice cracked on forever. Ring slipped trembling. Reception barn. Band twanged. Cakes tiered. Elias best man speech. Jake taught me family isn't born, chosen. Laughter. Jake's arm around him. Dance floor spun. Boys with Becca, Alex, and Elias slow circle. Happy. Elias whispered. Whole. But eyes caught Sarah. X. Uninvited. Lurking edge. Face pinched. Words to Lena's ear. Post-ceremony, Jake vanished. Alex found him porch, fists white. She said I'm full. Marrying down cause of you. Rage simmered. Her poison. Jake. No. But sticks. Punch thrown at air. Elias joined, calm anchor. Breathe. She's ghost. Honeymoon for newlyweds. Harlan's lingered. Boys explored creek. Tadpoles netted. Tommy confided. Thinking adoption. Like you. Alex. Best call. Return Chicago. Routine reclaimed. But letter arrived. Gallery. European tour. 6 months. Elias. Go. Boys and I hold. Temptation nod. Milford visit next. Boys summer camp tease. Jake's call. Come. Teach climbing. Camp out. Quarry rim. Tents pitched. Boys wide-eyed. Stars carpet. Jake's stories. Granddad's. Softened. He was hard. Like me once. Theo. You're soft now, Uncle Jake. Giggles. Truth circle. Alex shared wreck night. Guilt's weight. Release slow. Jake. Carried that too. Sorry. Healing hummed. Europe decision. Yes. Sketchbooks packed. Goodbyes tear-streaked. Boys. Bring Eiffel Tower. Elias. Hearts here. Paris streets cobble-charmed. Sane glint. Exhibits. Sword. London fog. Berlin walls. Emails home. Boys soccer goals. Jake's promotion. Twist mid-tour. Call from Becca. Elias. Accident. L train. Stable but. World tilted. Flight frantic. Airports blur. Hospital. Elias bandaged. Smile wan. Slipped. Stupid. Relief crashed. Boys clung. Theo. Daddy okay. Crisis bonded tighter. Tour cut. Home heal. Gallery understood. Fall deepened. Leaves pyre. Jake visited. Tools in tow. Crib build for Tommy's coming baby. Paying forward. Thanksgiving farm. Tables groaned. Stories wove. Uncle Ray frail now. Voice whisper. Proud of my boys. New Year snowed in. Family pile. Past stuns faded. Presents joys sharp. But spring unearthed. Old quarry photo in attic. Teens. Alex bloodied. Jake frozen. Boys found. Questions spilled. Truth time. Bad night. Learn strength. Jamie. Your hero. Summer heat returned. Barbecues ritual. Elias coached. Alex painted. Family portraits. Evolving. Years stacked. Boys teens. Drivers nervous. Jake's Lena birth girl. Pink fierce. Tommy's family grew. Adoptions double. Gallery permanent. Chicago base. Travels short. Elias tenured. Books authored. Anniversary 10th. Quarry picnic. Full circle. Jake toasted. To week? Nah. Warriors. Laughter rang. Love echoed. Stun past. Thriving now. Deeper layer. That photo? Triggered Jake's dive. Therapy lapse. Bottle tempted. Alex intervened. Drive to meetings. Not alone. Elias. Never. Recovery road. Brothers side. Boys witnessed. Learned resilience. Life's plot twisted, but arc bent light. Teens brought tempests, the kind that rattled windows and tested foundations. Theo. At 14, slammed doors over curfews, his rebellion a storm of eyeliner and banned tees. Echoes of Alex's own youth, but amplified by social media's roar. Jamie, 12, retreated into books and code, glasses perpetually smudged, anxiety a quiet thunder. Elias mediated with historians' patience, dissecting arguments like ancient texts. Feelings aren't facts, he'd say, but Alex knew better. Feelings were the raw clay he molded on canvas. Chicago's pulse quickened their chaos. School plays, soccer fields muddied, gallery openings where boys charmed patrons with precocious wit. Milford escapes balanced, weekends at the farm, where Jake's girl, little Rosie, toddled after the boys like a duckling. Uncles, she'd squeal, tugging legs. One such escape, Labor Day, trucks loaded for the county fair. Cotton candy clouds, Ferris wheels creaking. Theo dared Jamie on the zipper, screams joyous. Jake won a stuffed bear at ring toss, gifting Rosie. Like you, tough stuff. Evening hayride, lanterns swaying, stories ghosted. Becca, now clinic head, shared patient wins, a kid coming out, family embracing. Reminds me, she nudged Alex. Tommy, dad twice over, nodded. Learned from best. But fair's end twisted. Theo's phone buzz. Post-viral, classmates mocking gay dads. Face crumpled in truck cab. They say we're weird. Elias from passenger. Weird's wonderful. But hurt lingered. Home, talks deep. Identities unpacked, allyship taught. Theo, I like girls. But, cool with you. Jamie hugged tight. Love you all. October chilled, leaves confetti. Gallery crisis, sponsor pull. Homophobia veiled as fit. Alex raged, Elias calmed. Fight smart. Petition launched, community rallied. Jake's union letter, Becca's testimonials. Sponsor caved, exhibit saved. Thanksgiving storm dumped snow early, roads iced. Milford stranded them, power out, firelit huddles. Uncle Ray worsened, cough rattling. Stories, he rasped, pulling boys close. Granddad's mill, great-grandma's suffrage march. Fought for this. Ray past midnight, quiet slip. Funeral stark, church full. Eulogy Alex. He saw strength in silences. Jake's arm heavy on shoulder. Winter gripped, grief frost. Boys questioned mortality. Elias fielded with tales of pharaohs eternal. Alex painted elegy, Ray's hands, tools worn. Spring thawed slow. Jake's promotion, foreman, pride swelling. OU to Alex. Lena, family lifts. Boys spring break. Road trip Smokies, tents pitched. Hike steep, Theo leading, Jamie mapping. Elias, your turn, Dad. Alex's lead faltered. Cliff edge vertigo, quarry ghost. Boys flanked, we got you. Campfire truths. Theo's crush confessed, girl from art class. She's bi? Cool. Nods all. Jamie, I think. Maybe not straight. Hugs layered. Summer scorched, fair redux. Theo arm in arm with crush, Jamie shy smiles at boy from debate. Jake grilled, Rosie danced. Twist August, letterbox find. Mark's brother again, threat scrawled, payback time. Jake furious, cops called. Protection order, but fear seated. Elias, not hiding. Security cams installed, watches doubled. Fall equinox, gallery triumph. National feature, Harlan's Heartland Homoerotica. Sensational title, deep dive. Interviews raw, past mocked, love won. Boys read, proud. Theo, you're famous, Dad. Halloween haunts, costumes epic. Zombies historical, Elias's touch. Milford party, hay bales, caramel apples. Jake's toast, to scares faced. But night deepened, shadow at edge. Car idling, lights off. Cops raced, empty drive. Paranoia prickled. November elections buzzed, rights wobble. Elias protested, sign bold. Alex sketched crowds, fury fueled. Thanksgiving safe, tables full. Tommy's boy, 5, recited poems. Becca's partner, quiet vet, fits seamless. December twinkled, tree trim. Boys strung lights, Rosie helped. Jake's sober toast, grateful. Christmas Eve, snow soft. Gifts, Alex's portraits anew, family evolved. Elias's book, Queer Chronicles, Harlan edition. New Year's dawn, resolution circle. Theo, be brave. Jamie, kind. Jake, Present. Year turned, threats quieted, arrest distant kin, grudge buried. Spring burst, prom season. Theo tuxed, corsage pinned. Jamie vest, tie crooked. Dad's teary photos. Graduations loomed, colleges scouted. Theo art school, Jamie MIT dream. Summer wedding. Tommy's vow renewal, Beach, Ohio. Waves lapped, rings renewed. Fall leaves, boys flown. Empty nest echoed, but calls constant. Miss you, Theo texted post-party. Gallery World Tour Mini, Elias tagging. Paris again, but hand-in-hand public. Back, Jake's crisis, Lena miscarriage, grief tsunami. Farm nights, shoulders lent. Hurts, he admitted. Will pass, Alex lied gentle. Time's bomb. Rosie grew sassy, boys' uncles virtual. Holidays hybrid, Zooms bridged. Decade mark marriage. Vow renew Milford, full circle. Quarry backdrop, sunset gold. Jake, witnessed week to warriors. Boys home, toasts tiered. Elias, love's plot, endless twists, steady arc. Life stunned softened, story written daily. Yet core twist. Empty nest unearthed box. Alex's old journals, quarry night detailed. Boys read, stunned silent. Why hide? Jamie asked. Fear, Alex. Yours now, truth freeze. Theo hugged. Strongest story. Legacy past, love's chain unbroken. Empty nests echo loudest in quiet hours. The brownstones creaks amplifying absence like accusations. Theo's room, once a whirlwind of sketchpads and band posters, stood museum still, dust motes dancing in sun shafts. Jamie's, orderly chaos of circuits and novels, waited like a paused game. Alex wandered mornings, coffee cooling, Elias at the table with lesson plans. They'll visit, Elias said, voice steady. But the house breathed different, freer, yet hollow. College drops. Theo to Savannah Art Institute, hugs airport tight. Call daily, Alex teased. Jamie to Boston, dorm unpacked, teary drive home. Texts flooded, class killer. Miss pancakes. Milford anchored. Jake's farm expanded, solar panels, Lena's vet clinic adjacent. Rosie, 8, equestrian star. Ride with me, Uncle Alex. Trails wound, wind whipping. Fall foliage tour, leaves aflame, boys FaceTimed in. Becca's holiday, clinic fundraiser, drag show twist, queer joy celebrated. Jake emceed awkward, crowd roared. Winter gripped, gallery retrospective. Harlan, decades of defiance. Opening mobbed, press deep. Elias speech. Art's rebellion, love's revolution. Post-party, walk home snow-dusted. Proud, Elias asked. Overwhelmed. Kiss under street lamp, timeless. Spring stirred. Theo internship NYC, Jamie hackathon win. Parents weekend visits, stories swapped. Twist June, Jake's health scare, heart murmur, tests loom. Farm vigil, Lena pale. Scared, he confessed bedside. Alex, we got this. Elias researched, books stacked. Benign, relief flood. Summer reunion, Quarry Camp Deluxe, Tints Gourmet. Boys arrived, Theo tattoo fresh, Phoenix wing. Jamie drone scouting. Rosie dared climbs, Jake spotting. Fire pit philosophies, Theo's queer awakening. Boyfriend app, first date nerves. Advice. Nods, honest. Jamie, spectrum me. Fluid. Embraces. Fall elections tense, rights fray. Protests joined, signs linked arms. Thanksgiving virtual hybrid, toasts multi-screen. Uncle Ray's absence ached, but memories toasted. December storm, power out. Boys snowed in colleges, worry wired. Candlelit board games, Elias's history tales. New Year resolve, Theo, own it. Jamie, connect. Jake, health first. Year bloomed, weddings dotted. Becca's commitment ceremony, partners vowed lakeside. Tommy's eldest bar mitzvah twist, Jewish roots reclaimed. Gallery global, Tokyo exhibit, cherry blossoms frame. Elias tagged, haiku sketched. Home, empty fuller, grandkids horizon? No, boys young. Twist fall, letter final, Mark's kin, apology scrawled. Regret, peace, burned together, ashes wind scattered. Winter wedding, Rosie's Pony Club, but Jake's vow to Lena renewed quiet. Second acts. Spring burst, boys graduated. Theo MFA bound, Jamie grad school. Pride swelled. Summer epic. Europe family tour, Harlan's abroad. Paris towers, Rome ruins. Jake, fancy. Laughter layered. Fall leaves, nest refilled temporary, boys crashing post-grad. Job hunts, heart-to-hearts. Gallery pinnacle, museum permanent collection. Toast, legacy. Elias book tour, families forged. Signings packed, Harlan's front row. Decade post-twist, quarry plaque, Harlan's strength, survive, thrive. Dedication tiered. Boys' lives bloomed, Theo gallery curator, partner stable. Jamie engineer, non-binary they, love found. Jake retired early, farm legacy to Rosie. Lena's clinic expanded, queer youth wing. Becca ran for council, win narrow, progress pulse. Anniversary 20th, intimate, brownstone aglow. Vows whispered, storms passed, rainbows arc. Boys crashed after, toast generational. Theo your story? Epic. Jamie, ours now. Life's final stun? Not end, continuation. Past mocked weak, truth roared strong. Love, eternal plot. But epilogue whisper, gray hairs, joints creak. Milford sunset porch, Elias hand in Alex's. Worth it. Every twist. Fade to fields golden, family echoes.